What's good, everybody? I am Womack, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be going over two different procedures that I'm going to be having tomorrow and some of the prep work that I got to do before the actual procedures and what they are. Starting off with the first procedure and probably the most relevant procedure considering my symptoms, I will be undergoing an EGD Bravo pH monitoring chip that will be implanted basically in my chest, right around here. So that is going to be my first procedure that I will be undergoing tomorrow. I will be completely asleep when this happens. It's going to be basically an endoscopy, an endoscopy of my upper GI tract to check out my upper GI tract, my stomach, of course, and to implant that device in my chest. They said I should expect to have that device for about a week. I've heard some people say that it wasn't that big of a deal. I've heard some people say that it was very unpleasant. Either way, I'm not very excited about it, but I am excited to make sure that I'm doing the right things for my health and making sure that I'm getting answers for myself as it pertains to what's going on with me. The second procedure that I will be undergoing is a colonoscopy, and that probably is about as fun as it sounds. The reason that I'm even having this procedure done is I went to my GI doctor, of course, for the digestive issues, but in the months from probably about October, November, till now in January, essentially I've been experiencing pain that radiates from my lower abdomen, mid-abdomen to my back. It's quite painful. I don't know exactly what that is, but as we put things together, the doctor did say that some of these symptoms are synonymous with colon cancer. He didn't want to scare me, but he was just like, hey, this is something that is being more prevalent in younger people. You know, while we're doing this endoscopy, why don't we go ahead and check that? Because although I don't have all of these symptoms of a person who might be diagnosed with colon cancer, I do have some. Now, what does prep look like for each of these procedures? For the Bravo endoscopy, it is pretty simple. Stopping aspirin products, aspirin bear, BC powder, Excedrin, goodies, all of that good stuff 7 days prior to the procedure. 2 days prior to the procedure, I am to stop the following medications, and it just lists a series of medications that I do not take, so we're good to go there. 1 day prior to procedure, which is today, I would stop over-the-counter antacids, which is Tums, Rolaids, Mylanta, etc., etc. Midnight before the procedure, I can't have anything to eat or drink except for essential medications with just a sip of water, so that goes down to heart medications, thyroid medications, and seizure medications. So those are the only medications that I can actually take prior to procedure. And 2 hours prior to arrival time, absolutely nothing to eat or drink, or they will not put me under anesthesia, and they will cancel the appointment. And that's going to be a few $1,000s on me, and I do not want that. So we will not eat or drink anything 2 hours prior to arrival time. And that is what I would have to do as far as prep for the endoscopy. Now, the colonoscopy, not so much. It's fucking terrible. Now, for the colonoscopy, 7 days prior, they're going to have you stop aspirin products. So essentially, this includes aspirin bear, BC powder, Excedrin, goodies, all of that good stuff. They did say Tylenol was acceptable, so there's that. 3 days prior, you got to start a low fiber diet, which I did. Basically stop fiber supplements, Metamucil, Benefiber, things like that. I don't really take that shit anyway, so I'm good there. Now, 2 days prior to procedure, which was yesterday for me, at 4 p.m., prepare the solution as follows. In a pitcher, mix an entire 8.3 ounce bottle of Miralax with 64 ounces of Gatorade. Stir until completely dissolved and refrigerate as desired. 6 p.m., drink the solution as follows. Now, 2 days prior to procedure, I'm just going to insert a clip here and let y'all see exactly what that consists of. All right, guys, so as you can see, we're starting out with an 8.3 ounce bottle of Miralax powdered solution. And along with that, we will be using 68 ounces of Gatorade Zero. I chose the Glacier Cherry. You can choose whatever flavor you like. Just make sure you do not use anything that is red, blue, or purple. The reason is being so close to your procedure. When they take a look internally, if you have anything with red, purple, or blue dye, it can come across as blood in your system, and they don't want to confuse food coloring dye for blood that might be taking place in your internal organs. So make sure that you use something opaque. I'm going with clear just because I want the best prep that I can possibly have. All right, guys. So as you can see, this is my setup. I have 68 ounces of Gatorade Zero. I have my Miralax powdered compound. I have my pitcher and straw to mix with, and I have my water bottle, my gallon water bottle, which will hold all the contents so I can go ahead and get it in the fridge and chill it before I drink it, because we do not want to drink this warm. It is not going to be a fun time to drink it at all, but definitely don't want to drink anything warm. So, all right, so first thing we're going to do, I'm pouring the powder compound into the pitcher. I'm just making sure to coat the bottom of it. We're going to crack open one of these Gatorades and go ahead and start mixing. I decided to do about a quarter at a time of the Miralax solution and then mix in the Gatorade, just because I don't want it to get too thick. I want to make sure that I'm dissolving all of this powder. I don't want any clumps or anything that I'm going to have to chew down basically while I'm drinking this stuff. So, and we just keep going from there. Powder, Gatorade, stir. Powder, Gatorade, stir. And we're going to do that until we're completely finished. And then we're going to pour all of the solution into our water bottle and put that in the fridge for the next 3 hours so we can get a nice chill drink before we have to down this entire bottle of devil juice, because this shit is about to be terrible. All right, guys. So after about 3 hours of chilling in the fridge, we're going to take it out, and you know what's next. Pour a drink, take a drink, and repeat. Do it again and again and again and again and again. No matter how hard it is, you got to keep going. You got to finish the drink. We cannot leave any drop undrank. I don't even know if that's a word, undrank, but you can't leave a drink undropped, a drop undranked, whatever. You get what I'm saying? You have to drink the entire solution or your prep will not be completed. Needless to say, that prep was not fun at all to do. It's necessary, got to do it, but it's terrible and it takes a toll on you. And that's the easy part. Technically, I mean, that's the easier version of the original prep. Now we get into day one prior to procedure, and I'm going to insert a clip of what that looks like for you. All right, y'all. So we are at the start of my prep for my colonoscopy, and that is going to be this gallon jug. It might be a gallon plus of a compound called GaviLyte-G. Basically, when I got this, I got it from the pharmacy, and probably up to about here was filled with a white powder. And of course, I mix in the water all the way up to the fill line and mix it up, set it in the fridge for a while. And now I have to drink 8 ounces of this every 10 minutes until we're about halfway through. And then I will finish the rest of it around midnight tonight, so that way I'm compliant with both my endoscopy and my colonoscopy prep. Make sure that I have no liquids in my stomach whenever it's time for the endoscopy, because if I was to drink this too close to my endoscopy, that would create an issue where I might regurgitate during the procedure. I believe the term is aspirate my lungs, which is not good. Getting stomach acid in your lungs could bring up a spell of pneumonia that is very dangerous. So that is not what we want to do. So we are going to go ahead and start this. It's going to be 8 ounces. So I'm going to be drinking out of my regular whiskey glass. We're just going to fill this thing up to the top and have a glass of this every 10 minutes until we're halfway through this. So the one thing I immediately noticed is this is not like the Miralax compound. This is pretty much crystal clear. It looks just like water. The compound that was in there was very fine powder. It doesn't have a smell.
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk.
It's not good. The best description I can give of it is like, if you've ever been in the ocean and like swallowed salt water, it tastes like that, but take like 90% of the salt out. So you just have like this bitter tinge of like salt in the background. This, I mean, it's purified water, so it's good water. It's just the drink itself is fucking, oh no. Oh shit. That's a lot. I'm gonna have to drink a lot of that. A lot. And that's where we are. I'm completing my final prep before my 2 procedures that'll take place tomorrow. I've done what I'm supposed to do, and I still have part of that gallon of medicine that I have to complete. Once that's done, I will show up at 9 a.m., get prepped for surgery, the procedures. I wouldn't really call it surgery, but and hopefully we get some answers. And the second that I do, I will make sure to repost and let you guys know exactly what's going on. Outside of that, y'all, that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time. Thanks for pulling up and watching this for me. Hey, do me a favor. If you take anything away from these videos, please do me a favor. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe button for me. Other than that, y'all, I am Womack. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.